Assalamualaikum. Welcome to this video tutorial on ASP.NET 4.5 for students of King Faisal University and for others who want to learn ASP.NET. This is part 10 in the series entitled Arrays and Generics in ASP.NET 4.5. Arrays are collection of items of the same data type, while generics are code templates or class templates that can support any type and lock it. It also grows dynamically. One of the classes that support generics is the list class. Notice how we declare an array of string with two elements and how we reference each element using index that starts with 0. Look at how we add values in the list using the method add. In Activity 10, we will create an ASP.NET website and place it in C ASP Activity 10. We will create an ASP.NET web form named Array and List that will allow a user to enter numbers to a list box through text box and button. Then we will generate their sum using two options, a code that uses array and a code that uses list. So these are the objects that we are going to need for our web form. 3 buttons, 1 text box, 1 list box, and 3 labels. Let's create our website, file new, website. We'll put it in C ASP Activity 10. We'll create our web form, add new item, and we'll call it array and list. Let's go to the design view. Let's insert a table with 5 rows maybe and 4 columns. Here we'll put a button. We'll change the text to add. Next to it, we're going to add a text box. Then below here, we'll just type number of items. And here we will put a label object, I mean. And then here we will put a list box. Let's change the height to 100 and also the width to 150 maybe 100 only. Okay, then we will need here the sum. Okay, here we will put in the next column, we will put array of 5 integers. It's just for example. And in the next column, we're going to put list of integers. Here we will put another button. This is button 2, and we'll put the text get sum. The next button is button 3, but we will put the same text get sum. So the idea is that this one will compute the sum and we will place it in label 2, but we're going to use array. While here, when we click the button for the list of integers, we're going to use list and the sum will be placed in label. Okay, that's it. Let's go to our event. First, we're going to declare the arrays. The array and list. The first one is using array. Let's call it sum array is equal to new integer. Our example is set to 5 elements. And then now notice the difference automatically with integer, with list, wherein there is no limit because it is dynamic. List int and then parenthesis correct. Okay, so we are on button 2. I think we should start with the first button, button 1. Okay, so for button 1, we will just add items to the list box using whatever is inside text box 1 dot text. Correct. Uh, let's set the focus to text box 1 while we are adding. And one thing more, we have to put in label 1 dot text the current number of items in the list box. So that is list box 1 that items that count. Correct. But we have to convert it to string using toString method. Okay, that's it. Now we can go to button 2. Remember that button 2 is the one that will use array. Okay, so let's use the for loop for integer x equal, this will be our variable for referencing. X is less than list box 1 that items that count. Correct. And then we'll increment x. Okay. Now inside it, we will set the value of the array using the index x. And okay, it will be whatever is in the top or inside the list box. So since they are text, we're going to use convert dot to int 32. And then it will be list box 1 dot items, and we'll use reference. Let's start with 0 dot text. Correct. Converted to integer. Okay, that's it. So now all the items inside the list box will already be contained inside sum array. Okay. Then we can compute the sum by using the sum method, and the result will be placed in label 2. Label 2 that text is equal to sum array dot sum. There it is, the sum method, and then we'll just convert it to string so that it can be placed in label 1 dot text. Okay, I think we're done. Yeah, I think we're done with array. So notice how we declare the array and how we reference each value using an index, and for that we use a for statement. Okay. Now let's try to use list. So for list, there is our list declaration. It's samp list. The name is samp list. So we're going to use also for. Let's use the same construct integer x is equal to 0. X is less than list box 1 that items that count. Correct. And we'll increment also x by 1. Okay, so how are we going to add items to the list? So it's samp list using the add method. So no need for indexing. And then we will convert the same. We will convert to integer 32 the items in list box 1 that items. So here items, we will still be needing the referencing x that text. Okay, correct. Yeah, correct. So that's it. Using add, we were able to add in our sample list, in sample list, all the items inside the list box. So to compute for the sum, it also has that sum method. We will put it in label 3 dot text. So that would be sum list dot sum, and we'll convert it to string. Okay, I think we're done. Correct. I think we're done. So let's go to our web browser and see how it will work. Let's add 1, okay, 2, 3, 5, according to our example. We get the sum, correct. We get the sum, correct. Now notice that right now there are 4 elements. If we add another one, 6, and we use array of 5 integers, it's still okay. For a list, it's still okay. Now let's add a 6th element. Remember that our array has a limit of 5 integers only. So let's add. So now there are 6 items. Let's use list. It's okay. Let's use array. Now there's an error and it's out of bounds because the limit of the array is only up to 5 elements. That is the reason why list is dynamic. So there's a way to resize the array using resize, but we will not discuss it in this tutorial. Well, I think that's it. So congratulations, we just finished implementing arrays and generics using list and ASP.NET. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Masalama.